Aries, hello, Amanda here. Welcome to the Unseen Hands Collective. This is going to be your January 2021 shift reading. We're looking at the shape you're shifting out of this month, the shape you're shifting into, and what that shape shift looks and feels like. So, Aries, the energy that's coming to me is that song from Jungle Book. I wanna be like you. I wanna walk like you, talk like you, be you. Okay. So I'm wondering, is there some envy energy coming through in January, or at the very least, an energy of focusing outside of yourself and pointing at things that you admire and or people you admire and aspire to emulate or be like in some way. And I'm seeing that in the cards a little bit here. So here's your shapeshift. We're looking at the next World Tarot here in January. And you are shifting out of the Ten of Swords and into the Seven of Cups, which really could be applied to that little song that came through in your meditation. The Ten of Swords, it says ruin. And actually what I get from that, swords are mental energy, and it's if indeed envy is a part of that energy. And I think just labeling that song as envious would be really oversimplifying some of the complexities that exist within that. It's envy can be a part of it, and also a very grounded, observant perspective of your aspirations is also present, and both can be valid and they can both be there at the same time. But to the degree to which any sort of envy or thoughts around how you currently are or the life you're currently living not being enough somehow, or not being good enough, or not measuring up, that could be the energy that is ruinous in the Ten of Swords. The thing about the 10 is it's the ending of a cycle. So it's talking about thoughts like that diminish you, that make you smaller, that make you feel less than, coming to an end. It's like they get to such an intensity. I mean, this is a really, really intense card, but it's like those thoughts come to such a level of intensity that it's like they're ruining you. It's like they're ruining your fun, they're ruining your imagination, they're ruining the creativity here in the Seven of Cups. And so it's and actually what we're seeing here is contraction versus expansion. And it's like, in order to feel this expansive, imaginative energy, it says imagination. In order to feel that imaginative, expansive energy of like, there's lots of possibilities that I could imagine for my life, and I contain all of those multitudes and all of those possibilities already, even if they are as of yet untapped. They exist within me just as they exist in other people that I am observing and seeing and admiring and aspiring to be. Like that is the energy to shift into. That is the energy of the Seven of Cups. What keeps this person from expanding are these like mental narratives, stories, belief systems, ideas that say you can't be that good, you can't be that creative, you can't be that expansive, that capable, that incredible. You don't have those kinds of options. You don't have that kind of ability. Like however that voice shows up for you in whatever way, it's here in the Ten of Swords, and the 10 is calling for it to end, for that cycle of thinking to be no more, because this reading is moving you towards expansion and towards this very creative, artistic exploration and like luscious exploration of possibility, and just opening your imagination, opening your mind. I think this is really about like this could be seen as a closed mind. This could be seen as an open mind. So this could be also like a cycle of negativity. That's interesting. I've never actually seen that in the Ten of Swords, I don't think. Maybe I have. I don't know, it feels fresh for some reason as it's coming through, is like, this is a cycle of negativity. It's like catching yourself when those thoughts come in that tell you otherwise. that sort of stomp you down, that actually, and like pay attention to what they do to your body. Do you notice that you're sort of even just slightly curling in when you're having thoughts like that? Like notice your posture and the way you're sitting as those thoughts are coming up, and do they have any sort of correspondence, any kind of relationship? And what would happen if you shifted one or the other or both? Like if you just sort of found your backbone, breathed into expansive space here in your heart, and like imagined your mind feeling lighter, feeling more open, saying yes to various possibilities and options, and rather than shutting everything down, or saying, well, that's not for me because, or that couldn't happen to me because. Interesting. Ooh, I'm liking this reading. This is such a refreshing shift. I've done the earth signs and the air signs, and thank you, fire. Thank you, fire. Okay. Because you know what? As Saturn shifts from earth to air, it makes sense to me that this round, earth and air, are carrying a lot of heaviness and a lot of weight of the world, weight of the things that are happening right now. And fire, ooh, baby, I hope you're the antidote. Check out what this shapeshift looks and feels like. It's the Six of Pentacles coming out for everybody in different ways. It says redistribution. The Seven of Pentacles also coming out quite a lot. It says vision, and then the escape plan, which came out for Capricorn. The escape plan, the Knight of Swords. I love this energy because, the Six and Seven of Pentacles, this is like getting down to brass practical task in a way. It's the kind of perspective that's really thinking long term. The Seven of Pentacles is creating a vision for the future that is lasting longer than the present moment. This energy is willing to go through any kind of energies of patience or waiting or like nurturing and cultivating something, rather than rushing to just automatically pick the harvest, rushing to automatically cut to the end result. The Seven of Pentacles is willing to move through the process and willing to wait it out. Even if the process is telling you it's not the right timing, or that there is more to be done before you can reap what you are sowing. Does this make sense? And as you're going through that, you're visioning a more balanced exchange of energy. What is the balance in the energetic exchanges in your life? How does the vision need to change so that whatever you are cultivating can be more sustainable for the long term? How do the energies need to be redistributed? The load, the weight, even down to the thoughts you're having. How does that need to be reallocated, redistributed? How does all of that need to shift around? Maybe even, we're seeing these people carrying different loads and taking different responsibilities. Like how do the way you hold responsibilities in your life, even, how does that need to shift in order to create a plan? Seven of Pentacles, planning for the future. The Knight of Swords is showing up in this deck as the escape plan. How can you set yourself up for long-term sustainability in probably many areas of your life in a way that's going to make you feel like the world is your oyster, like you have so much room to play and move and imagine more possibilities for yourself. Maybe get out of a certain, the escape plan could be escaping from a situation or even just a headspace that keeps you down, that keeps you weighted, that keeps you contracted. So it's interesting because this reading is really inviting you to look at the way your thoughts hinder your progress, the way your thoughts really keep you from feeling alive and open and free and imaginative, creative, expansive. Okay, all of the energy of possibility. And then come up with a practical, tangible. I think tangible is really important here because we got a lot of earth energy for you, Aries. It's not just rethinking or reimagining, although this is a vital part of it. What is also a vital part is like, how can you make tangible changes in your body, in your home environment, in the way you deal with your resources, again, the duties and jobs and responsibilities you take on, these tangible earth type energies. How can you make moves there to further this open possibility, creative, imaginative energy? So it's a mental shift, but it's also a very tangible, practical shift. And I also like this transition from the Ten of Swords to the Knight of Swords, because it's almost like, do you notice the difference? The Ten of Swords is all hunched over and weighted down, pinned down by those kinds of thoughts. And then the Knight of Swords is like, boom, baby, upright, sitting on top of the vehicle that's going to take them out of this space and holding that sword of truth nice and high. You know, like this is actually the truth. And the truth of you, Aries, is you are good enough. You are worthy. You are expansive. You contain multitudes. Operate from there. I contain multitudes. I am capable of making practical, tangible shifts in my life that are sustainable for the long term. You know, Aries has a reputation, fire energy in general, I think, has that reputation of sort of like a moth to a flame, you know, like being attracted to the thing that is exciting in the moment or that lights your fire in the moment and sort of moving towards that, which can translate as an energy of inconstancy or maybe even lacking follow through. But these cards are like, yes, you are moth to a flame. Yes, you are going towards following the muse to what inspires you in the moment. And Aries, you contain earth energy. You contain what you need to make tangible, practical shifts. Integrate all of this now. Planning for the future, planning for long-term sustainability, and allowing yourself to move and expand and imagine more for your life, for yourself. Ooh la la. I like it. Okay. Aries, we're going to take this into an extended reading now. I'm going to use other decks, pull some cards, and see if we can get more specific into this energy. So if it's resonating with you and you'd like to see it, stick around. There'll be a little clip at the end of this reading so that you can preview that extended. And if you'd like to view it, head over to unseenhandscollective.com. You can find it in our shop. You can join our monthly memberships to receive your extendeds every month. And I hope to see you over there. All right, Aries, Happy New Year. Take care. It's like things started growing roots and then somebody came and chopped the tree. And this is just really speaking to me of that cycle and the way that your mind kind of like cuts you off, and the way you think and the way you talk to yourself and like the narratives you have around your imagination and creativity and what you are creating. The way those narratives come in and just chop you off before you can actually grow roots. And the Four of Pentacles is all about structure. It's about creating a sense of rootedness for yourself and something that you can depend on and rely on within yourself. And if your mind comes in and cuts you off every single time you start growing roots in something, it's like, dang, how are you ever going to grow something sustainable? I mean, honestly, I don't know that this is really clarifying the Knight of Swords. I think it's trying to have me go with my original impulse, which was to clarify this energy. This seems to be clarifying this energy to a degree. Unable to grow something sustainable for the long term because your mind comes in and just chops the tree down. Oh, this is interesting because Aries, last month, your reading was all about growing a larger network of roots will help you grow taller as a tree. Yeah, don't cut yourself off with the thoughts that come into your mind and say, you can't.